on in and join us.
And we're here on a great day. We have a new gourmand from MacDuff's Soap Company, and we have to decide if it's Dr. Pepper or Cherry Cola.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We're the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so grateful you chose to spend this time with us. Thank you for being here. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, we'd love to meet you. Come on in the chat. Say hi to the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we got a wonderful box from MacDuff and a brand new room spray. We didn't even know they had these, but there's a Christmas morning one.
Awesome. So we had to get this preemptively, and I think we're going to have a little bit of Christmas in summer here as we see what this is all about. Now, it looked like the set notes were pretty heavily evergreen Christmas tree. They are.
Evergreen, citrus, spice, fir, juniper, and pine.
And we have it on good authority that this is not the formulation that will be in a soap someday, maybe, if he does it.
So we shouldn't be ruining a first impression.
We're not spoiling anything by this, but let's have you do the first impression. What do you get?
Oh, interesting. It's funny. From reading that list, I didn't think it was going to be Christmas morning.
Right.
Like, I really thought that was like an all-day thing. But there is something like, if you open the front door, there's a crisp coolness in the air.
Oh.
But is the greenery around.
Whoa. That's cool, y'all. This is done with 90% woods. What a beautiful homage to Christmas, because it's not like heavy evergreen.
No.
It's woods.
It is, but there's something still kind of sweet. I don't know if it's the citruses or the spices, but there's something gentle and sweet about it. Like, it doesn't make me lean towards Christmas Cabin or one of the other ones that he's done so far. It's its own thing.
It's in the juniper and the spice and the citrus.
It's undeniably winter. I kind of like having this. Like, I feel like because it's a room spray, we wanted to see what was happening. But if you spray this around the room or even just like on your pillows, like before you went to bed, whoo, it's wonderful.
Beautiful. And I love it's done with mostly what you'd find outside on Christmas morning. It's not any gourmands. It's not anything like that. You know, Christmas cookies or anything. No, this is just straight up walk outside on Christmas morning. That's what you're going to get.
It's funny. Like if I was inside a Christmas cabin and I opened the window, I feel like it's like the trees around and the coolness of the snow around, you know, like it has a different smell.
I'm going to shave with Christmas Cabin. And then put that on, and then that's just my whole day right there. And what's our soap today?
Our soap today, this label, my friends, for Dr. Duff. I just love the label, I gotta admit. But then we were talking, is it Dr. Pepper, or as we were reading some of the scent notes, it could be like a cherry cola.
Right.
We are not sure.
I'm kind of hoping that it's more along this lane, because this is how my grandma, my favorite person in the world when I was growing up, would wake me up when I would spend the week at her house. This was breakfast, y'all. This and maybe some way too sugary cereals. So I'm excited to see if this doctor is in. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at MacDuffSoapCompany.com.
Introducing Dr. Duff, where cherry cola meets high-end elegance, inspired by the classic flavor, but elevated with a masterful blend of luxurious notes. At the heart of Dr. Duff lies the charm of cherry cola, but it's the unexpected layers that set it apart. Whether you're looking to make a lasting impression or enjoy a fragrance that's both playful and refined, Dr. Duff is your perfect match. Okay, there we go.
Well, now there's answer number one, where cherry cola meets high-end elegance. But y'all, I kind of wonder if Dr. Pepper is where cherry cola meets high-end elegance, because we've heard from a few of the boys that this does have some Dr. Pepper echoes to it. It may not be only cherry cola. And one of the magical things that is in Dr. Pepper that gives it that zing is prune. There's a prune note.
I forgot that.
So y'all, with Sean, if there is an artisan that's going to be outside the box like that, it's going to be MacDuff Soap Company. So let's let this little treasure out of the box. This is how they come from MacDuff Soap Company. Oh. Hold on. What did we order? I think there's some extra stuff in here.
I ordered soaps, and then I know I got the wax melts and the spray.
There's a note from Sean. Thank you for all of the reviews and helping to get the word out. Yay. I've included some extras, some bar soaps, birch, and whoa, this is also love Sean and MacDuff. Thanks, you guys. This is what we got in here. So there's some. Oh, this is what y'all came to see. Look at that.
This is the winner.
It's the color of like Dr. Pepper, right?
I know.
Like I'm not totally crazy.
Maybe we're just biased. We like Dr. Pepper better. Oh, I did order these. I did.
Oh, you did buy
these.
Okay,
These ones
that
I got.
makes total sense.
So,
these are the autumn cabin wax
case you
smells.
didn't know, they come in a wax
Did you
melt.
buy two?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
that makes perfect sense.
We had to stock
there
up.
we go. And this, you didn't see this. This is
No.
Canadian tuxedo. That's a little bit of a running Easter egg on the show. You'll
Don't
see.
worry.
And what do we got here? This is a splash of... Wait a minute.
I didn't order that one.
Did you get... Yo, we got a splash of autumn cabin. Hold on.
We don't have this yet.
Oh, man.
Oh, do we take a whiff or do we just... We know what this is.
So, y'all, maple does not have an essential oil.
No.
Sean had to build this maple accord, and it's amazing. Ooh.
they're
Okay,
big
teach us
bars.
what they are. So one is birch root.
And that's old something? Old Strat?
Right, so I don't want to ruin our first impressions, because we're going to do those soaps
But
in the
we
weeks to
have
come.
had a bar soap from MacDuff, and it lasted forever. Such
Y'all,
cool quality
and
to
it was
it.
bad, Santa.
It was.
It was so bad.
It was definitely patchouli fun.
Awesome, y'all. All right, paging Dr. Duff. Let's have our first impression. I kind of want to smell our autumn cabin splash.
I've been holding off because the season's been coming, so I wanted to
I'm gonna go
appreciate
first on this one.
But it's time. We are almost ready for holiday decorations.
Whoa.
Is there more things?
Nostalgia. Oh, it just makes me think of the start of the show when we first smelled Autumn Cabin.
That's true. That was a thing. Okay, let's see. You know, it's funny. Now that it's been a while, we ordered this last season. I'm curious to take a whiff from here. Because it is autumn. It is still Autumn Cabin.
I know.
Oh, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Y'all, it is just a favorite in the wet shaving world. If you don't know Autumn Cabin, you might want to wander over to the MacDuff's site.
Oh, thank you for sneaking this in. It means
Very
a lot.
kind
This
of
is
you.
definitely one
Thank
of our
you, Sean
scents.
and MacDuff. It's a very special scent to us. So.
We haven't got to the soap yet.
I
Please.
know, we haven't even opened our soda pop yet.
back to
All right.
business.
Okay, what did your grandparents call soda?
I think just soda. Not soda pop, not just soda.
Soda water. There were bottles that they used to have from the Coca-Cola company that said soda water on it. It's a regional
funny.
thing. All right, take it in. See
I'm
what
going
you get.
first?
Yes.
Oh,
either.
snap.
And now, is it Dr. Pepper or is it Cherry Cola? All right, here we go.
I hope I
It's
know
a
them
big
both enough.
responsibility on
This
your
is,
shoulders right now.
this is a little stressful. I got them in. Here is the pour for those who like to see that MacDuff
it is
darker
a soft
pour.
pour. Foxy Matt has agreed to do a demonstration where he tub loads a MacDuff soap, but we'll believe it when we see it. All right, here we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while since I've had a cherry cola. I'll
Concern
admit.
behind the eyes, y'all. What are you getting?
I think we are more in the cherry cola lane.
Okay, got it.
But then there's other things
Oh.
at this soda parlor.
Alludes to that there's some secrets hiding in there. What are you getting?
Yeah, there's definitely, it takes a gourmandy twist. I am not exactly sure what we're getting to, but I feel like I'm in, hold on. I feel like I've taken like a time warp somehow.
Yeah?
Like, I don't know if we were just speaking about like Autumn Cabin. I could be persuaded here, but I think if I was in like a old time kind of like wood built, like if you go to the soda parlor or you go to there's candy, like it's the one-stop shop in town on Main Street or whatever, like old timey. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, there's the one gumball machine. They've got the 2 chocolate bars. They've got the soda on tap.
Right.
I feel like I'm in that place.
Well, y'all, most soda fountains, and Dr. Pepper, we were doing a little bit of research, is the original soda, 1885. Like, before that, there were tinctures, there were syrups, but it was kind of like the first soda pop, y'all. So those buildings, those soda fountains were not restaurants first. They were pharmacies.
That's the word.
And those had, and apothecaries, and those had existed for generations before the soda pop was ever served. So that's, I think, why there's always that little nostalgic twist to a soda fountain, because it is in a building where your grandfather went to get his pills.
I think there might be chocolate.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
There's something in the middle. Like, if I could have a Tootsie Roll in my mouth while I took a sip of cherry cola in that pharmaceutical kind of woodsy place.
Right.
I think that's where I'm at.
Whoa! Yo! And she is a bit of an expert on the Tootsie Pop because she actually did a science fair experiment seeing how many licks it took to get to the middle of the Tootsie Pop.
I did.
One at a time.
One at a time. But I also get some sort of little tip towards a masculine side.
Oh.
I mean, I know MacDuff, my friend, is a male.
Right.
But there is a little bit of an almost cologne-ish kind of little thing happening. Yep. That's what I'm going to go with.
Wow.
I think it's cherry cola. Takes a dive into something approaching chocolate-ish.
Nice.
And then it keeps going.
Whoa.
And it turns into some sort of almost approaching a cologne-y, woodsy something.
Yeah, well, when they put it the Safeway in Rodeo, California when I was growing up, they had store brand sodas for the first time,
right.
which we had not really experienced. And one of them was a chocolate soda. And we were like, what?
What?
I mean, it was terrible. We got it once because of the novelty of it, But it was just the attempt to make this like water taste like chocolate was kind of an amazing thing. So when I do smell chocolate in a shaving soap, it's always done right, like truffle shuffle.
Yeah. So there's something to me, if I were to think and picture Dr. Pepper in mind, that goes sweeter. This is a little different.
Right.
On how the cherry's used.
Dr. Pepper's more about the spices, the pruny note, right? Even the way the sugars are balanced. So it sounds like this is more cherry cola going on an adventure.
Right. I think that's where I'm going to put my flag.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
see,
All right.
see
Her
what
flag
you
is
think.
there, y'all. All right. We also, thanks to the Shave Arcade and Crystal Eco-Minded Shaves, have a road trip on their way to a city currently, ironically, road tripping across the country.
Across the country. So there'll be an episode of that too.
Okay.
I don't know. Get your nose in there. You can probably picture more Dr. Pepper versus cherry cola.
A little bit of a cherry color, too.
Yeah.
Like cherry cola color. Oh, all right. Here
Okay. See where your nose takes you. It's quite a journey. Keep whiffing. There's things.
Whoa.
It's true.
Whoa. Okay, my brain just showed me. There is a Finnish sextet. That means 6 people who sing together. And they're called Rajatan, right? They normally do a cappella. So no instruments, right? They did an ABBA album. And they enlisted the help of the Finnish National Symphony. 101 members. They took a picture alongside a cruise ship. They take up the entire length of it, right? So when you start to hear that album and you hear the intro of a song that you know, you're like, cool, Dancing Queen. I know that. Money, Money. Oh, I know that. Fernando. Awesome. But then you hear this incredible group of voices either creating the most amazing a cappella arrangement you've ever heard or doing a full balls to the wall version with a massive symphony. You're like,
wait.
Oh, that's what this could be. So I know the song is amazing when it's just the 4 of them and their instruments, but y'all, when it's a symphony and 6 classically trained, because normally they do classical music. Every once in a while they do one for me. Classically trained singers do this insane arrangement. You're like, whoa, right? Like save that for the car trips because that's what I want to listen to.
Speaking of road tripping.
For me, this starts with that cherry cola wisp of the song that you know. But as you start to get those first few notes into your nose, you realize, oh, this is not being played by the original artist. This is being played by a sextet and a symphony, y'all. This is just an absolutely elevated to the extremes of what it can be version of this. Because I think if he had gone any more extreme, I don't even think it'd be cherry cola anymore.
Nope.
So that's the thing. Like, if you have that soft place in your heart for those beautiful sugary sodas of the 70s and 80s, like sadly I do, this is going to absolutely fill your wheelhouse for those because it takes everything you love about the originals and then gives you something super grown up and adventurous
That's
to
what I say,
explore.
it matures as you wish.
Right. And then, like you said, something nostalgic that takes you back to being at those old soda fountains, like at the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life, right? Hot dog donuts in the old pharmacies.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's
what a fantastic, fantastic adventure. And then something, I'm going to say it, a tiny bit floral.
Is that what it is? I couldn't figure it out.
Softens and makes it friendly and inviting and even a little sensual.
Well, it's funny.
I know it's a weird thought.
I was trying to think of, I know Sean is always at his markets that he's at, and I'm so curious. Someone has no idea about shave soap, doesn't have any idea, just sees this label, picks it up to take a whiff. I want to see that person's like processing moment of like, wait, what?
As much as I love Dr. Pepper to the extent that I will keep a bottle for 3 decades, this is better.
It's a thing.
This is awesome. This is the less ironic piece of hardware. This is my copper ore KUN bowl. I love this thing.
Does have a little cherry cola colored, right?
It does.
Yeah.
However, this is our cola brush from Yaki, and Josue sent this to us as a gift. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that
color
perfect?
is definitely
All right,
Coca-Cola.
you hold on to those. Now, there are those that tub load this, Foxy. And we're not entirely sure how, because even MacDuff himself will recommend that you put this in a bowl.
Yep. MacDuff told us. Actually, he told Lainey, and she translated for us that's how you're supposed
Duff
to do
has his
it.
food bowl, his water bowl, and his lather bowl.
Things happening.
Ha ha! Well, I almost expected like you add water to get a watered down version.
Oh.
I didn't expect it to go poo and just
Okay.
kind of come to life like that. And y'all watch how the bubbles form.
Immediately. Oh my, you're right.
Wick.
I'm getting so many from here.
and
Like
it's
the effervescence part just kicked in.
Is it carbonated in
It
the
is.
lather? I think maybe it
Whoa.
is, y'all. I bring you glad tidings
Look
of
at
great
that
joy.
lather. That was immediate.
Now, this brush has a lot of backbone to it, which helps.
Oh, yes, that's true. It gets in those little groovy grooves.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, man. Whoo, things are happening.
I know. I'm getting it here.
Oh, okay, I thought I didn't know cherry cola as well, and then as soon as I smelled this, I'm like, oh, I do know the difference between
Right.
Dr. Pepper and cherry cola. And it's for sure coming through in this lather.
You know, if Dr. Pepper and Cherry Cola had a baby and it was a dog, it might smell like this. Y'all, I'm going to go out on this a little bit of a lip. This has a little bit more to it than just the Cherry Cola. I think this has some hints of Dr. Pepper in it for sure.
Okay, I don't know how to tell you, but it's definitely waking up even more here somehow.
All right, y'all, so you'll only find this on the Barbershop Duet. This is the Is There a Doctor in the House with on 3, 1, 2. Okay.
Yep. See? Things
There's
flourish.
twice as much scent here in the lather.
Okay, check for the effervescence. Just give a whiff for that. Because, like, when you pop the can, and it, like, you know, that first part, it's coming through.
Got a little bit of a peppery hint to my nose. You know, we'll find pink pepper.
Right.
Very often as a scent. Hold on.
We did not read the rest of the list.
This is cherry cola. Oh, to be absolutely sure. But I think that whatever's happening to cherry cola in here is the same thing that happens to it when they make it into Dr. Pepper. And I think there's a little bit of both in here. I think this is, well, like MacDuff's, the best of both worlds. It's usually something that is slightly gourmandy where you wouldn't expect it. Think Catalina. I think it is. I think it's the best of both worlds here. And I think one way to find out for sure is to look at the set notes. Back to the sales page at MacDuffSoapCompany.com.
At the heart of Dr. Duff lies the charm of cherry cola, but it's the unexpected layers that set it apart. As the scent unfolds, delicate floral hints. You're
welcome. Please send your congratulations to We Sent You at thebarbershopduet.com.
Floral hints of rose and jasmine intertwine, creating a balance of sweetness and
I
complexity.
knew there was a floral in this.
Marcus, you're
love
right.
it. And then go on.
All right, finally, rich sandalwood, patchouli,
Wait.
tonic bean, and earthy vetiver provide a warm, grounding base, while cedar adds a touch of refined woodiness. So I was right. I said woodiness.
And y'all, we do have a secret that you need to know. We do know that on Sean's computer, when he types tonka bean, it automatically accidentally changes it to tonic bean.
Yeah.
So that's not the set note.
it's tonka
bean. There is no tonic bean. Okay, so hold on. This is why we love MacDuff's. There's patchouli in this.
Yeah.
There's sandalwood in this. There's tonic bean in that. No, there's vetiver in my cherry cola. And y'all, that's what makes it better. Who would have thought that these are the things that it needed? And it makes it absolutely beautiful and wearable as a scent.
Okay, now I totally can get the rose, the jasmine,
Right.
and I'm getting all the woods coming through.
You know what's cool? If you said this was a floral soap, would you have known it was cola?
I just had that thought myself. I was like, okay, I think my brain was using the key of cherry cola to
Right.
get into the scent.
Right,
You know,
me
we
too,
talk about
me
that
too.
keynote. But now if I'm using rose as my keynote, I don't even get the cola.
So y'all, if you saw our American Amber episode from Razor Emporium, they could have jolly well called that a raspberry vanilla sunset sundae, and it would have been absolutely apropos, and the amber would have just been supporting, or you could have come at it as the amber.
Yep.
This,
Same.
y'all, this could have been a cherry cola Dr. Duff scent, but if you had said this was a gorgeous floral vacation-y scent, I would not have said you were wrong. What would you have called it if you were going to focus on like the
It's
floral
funny
part?
because if I just were to smell that, I'm immediately outdoors, like on a mountaintop or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Like
Well, I
vintage
just
florals.
yeah.
Like the barbershop, like I would have called this an apothecary.
Oh yeah, that would totally have worked.
Y'all.
But it's funny. It's a much more versatile scent.
Right.
You can't just call this a cherry cola.
No.
I gotta say, that does not fit the scent.
But
here
y'all, I
again.
think if you were looking for a barbershop among the MacDuff listing,
I wouldn't say
you
you're wrong.
wouldn't be going wrong with this, I don't think.
So now we have decided that we are in an apothecary that also has a barbershop and a candy shop, and a soda fountain.
And a floral shop.
Yeah.
And you can get some flowers there.
All the things right there.
Y'all, this is like what I want to smell like when I'm a grandpa.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
you know, not Aquavelva. This is what 80-year-old Marcus, if I happen to make it that long, this is what I want to smell like.
It has a fun, playful side, but there's also a mature side. And then that in-between part, you could just kind of bounce back and forth, you know?
And if this is what Scotty dogs smell like, we're trading her in. We may have to go a little bit deeper. Y'all, in the shaving soap world, the most delightful surprises come where you least expect them. This is the actual scent note list.
Okay, we have, cola is a straight up scent note. Love it. Then, black cherry.
Black cherry.
And it's different. You can definitely tell. Black pepper.
Dr. Pepper!
You said pepper!
In that. And then...
creamy vanilla.
There it is.
Patchouli. Almond. I do get that. Tonka bean, sandalwood, cedarwood, vetiver, Turkish rose, jasmine sambac.
That
Come on.
Tonka bean and sandalwood in there are absolutely magical.
It's funny. I think that's how my brain was like trying to recreate chocolate somehow.
Right.
Like I was totally getting that Tootsie Roll kind of little hint of chocolate. My.
I am a sucker for the darker colas. Your root beer, your colas, your Dr. Peppers, that's what I'm all about. You're more citrus, right?
I guess if I had to pick, I would do like Squirt or Dr. Pepper.
Right.
If there's a lemon lime or an orange, those are cool too. But if I had to just pick, if I hadn't had soda in a while and I was going to reach in the fridge, that's what I would want to have.
And there was something magical about the combination of my Nana's Bel Air cigarettes with her Dr. Pepper. There was just something, I don't know. I mean, we often talk about scent notes that lock together, but there was just something magic about these menthol cigarettes and this taste of Dr. Pepper. Maybe it was the only thing she could taste.
Yeah, who would have thought we get a little Nana in your shave soap
No,
world?
so she always had a little dog with her too, so that makes perfect sense to me.
Yep, she would have loved this whole concept.
Grandpa was more about coffee. Not so much the sodas. But you know what's funny? He did send me in the kitchen once to make him some instant coffee. Oh. I had never done it before. So I'm grabbing the taster's choice and I grab the hot water and I'm like, how much do you put in? Oh, you know, just enough to make the coffee. So I'm going by color, y'all, because I'm used to like my mom's coffee maker, right? So 1, 2, that looks awfully light, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks about right. He's like, here you go, Rube. And he takes one and says, what did this for?
You didn't say.
I don't know. I'm going to be up till 9 in the morning. So if you're making instant coffee, you don't need as much. And we're not even going to talk about the Sanka people.
I do have to say, I know we were kind of trying to decide back when we were ordering this, do we get Road Trippin' or do we get Dr. Duff?
Right.
And there was quite a debate in this household, I gotta say.
But I think it's been a proclivity for the darker sodas. It's like, no, if there's any chance this is Dr. Pepper. And you know what's fun? Dr. Pepper does have that definitive prune note in it. This doesn't.
No, but
so while this does
cherry.
have shades of Dr. Pepper, there's not that pruneness to it. Although I think a lot of our Whip Pack members might enjoy that even more, especially in the shave soap.
It's funny because we have had scents that have cherry, and we always talk about the Tom Ford one with cherry.
Right.
Like, there's something in this that I can throw it in that lane of like,
might be a hint of lost cherry in this. Are you sensing that?
But if I didn't know what I was smelling for, my brain could kind of take me a little to that lane.
Right. We'll have to ask Doug Lane and Angelo. They're our Tom Ford experts.
Oh, yeah, we need our experts in the house.
This might be a little bit of, what was the other one? Alberta Boys.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Has a little of that lost cherry in there.
But just a hint to have the gourmandy sweet side, not push it over the edge.
Right. And y'all, when we watch our shave and chat videos, we like to see when he lathers the base because it tells us a lot about the base. So we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, but we will do this.
Let's see.
Ooh.
I probably didn't make my best lather. I was going for a fast-forward version.
Sweetheart, this is an amazing
Okay, all right.
May I do the
Yes,
honors
please.
here? Here we go.
Let's get some soda on my face.
Look at that. Y'all, like plastering a wall. A little on the span. Oh, there we go.
You can really smell it, even just when you were doing that. I like the wood, different parts of the woods was coming through. The almond. There's things in here.
What a calming effect this has on me, too, this scent. It's not the kind that wakes me up and gets me ready for the basketball game. This kind is like,
it's good for your soul.
Sit down and catch up on that show and maybe take a nap.
And I actually, fall coming, like this could totally fall in the fall, autumn kind of sense.
100%. The spices in this.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
And I love the way those florals are jumping out. That Turkish rose.
Secret
weapons.
Are
you kidding me? But think about it. Use your imagination. Think about a Dr. Pepper. And a little bit of a wisp of a Turkish rose. Do those go together? And cherry cola. I think this is somewhere between Dr. Pepper and cherry cola. Yeah. I don't think this is landing on one or the other.
No, it has just enough of a little hint to that signature scent. And then it just flips flips it inside out and backwards.
Right.
Takes you a whole new adventure after you smell it.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just load up your brand new supply of Dr. Duff shaving soap and head out into an Alberta morning to go to your farmer's market. You're going to sneak your little Scotty dog along with you. Well, he's going to start complaining halfway there, and he's going to have to go back because he forgot his sunglasses and you just got your own. So, head over to MacDuff'sSoapCompany.com to find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Dr. Duff. Cherry Cola? Absolutely. Dr. Pepper? Absolutely. Novelty scent? Nope. No. And that's what's amazing about this. Y'all, this is as far from novelty as you can get. If somebody at work were to sense this on you, the woods, the spices, everything else in here would be so dapper and put together that all of the other good novelty stuff that we know is there is hiding just under that surface. Y'all, this is a beautiful aftershave with some whimsical novelty fun going on inside it. And that's why these fun, whimsical MacDuffs are some of my absolute favorites. Thank you, Sean. Welcome to Messages.
So for our September giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to win $20 to Zingari Man!
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is to send an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. Mention Zingari Man and be one of our subscribers here on YouTube, and then check back here on October 4th when we have our Alexa help us choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck!
Y'all, not to have this come and wash over me too late in the episode, but hold on. There are some things that are starting to jump out at me that are just magical. The sandalwood in this, the almond in this, the vetiver in this. Like, I think if you kind of called this something floral, you'd be right. I think if you called this cherry cola, you'd be right. And I think if you called this a charming cedar wood forward with some florals in it, you'd be right. This is like 9 things. Well, kind of like a Coke is.
Well, it's funny because to me, it's one of those transformational soaps that we would say.
Right.
Like if I'm smelling for the floral or the woods, I get it right away. And then the rest is wonderful in the background.
Right.
And then same thing. If I'm smelling just for the cherry cola, I get that. And the rest just kind of closes off at the end. Like whatever direction you come at this soap, you're going to like it.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Cola is not actually a note. Do you know what Coca-Cola is, y'all? It's a heavy citrus drink. Lemon, lime, like that's what
true.
Coca-Cola is. It's very citrus forward. But until you start thinking about it and thinking about what's in there, you just kind of sense it as its own thing.
Right.
So y'all, this really could be 3 or 4 very different soaps all coming together to be one big explosive group of things that should be together because the way that these are clicking is just amazing.
And so definitely cherry cola.
Right.
And it even lists black cherry, which is I think what really splits it off from being a Dr. Pepper. I get how they can be very similar, but if you're diving in hoping for cherry cola, it is definitely in here.
And you know, if you keep following that cherry cola, it takes you all the way to a pipe tobacco. Am I out of my mind?
No, I'm with you. There is something comforting about this scent. I know you said that earlier, but it's like good for the soul. I do get a super cool, fun grandpa vibe. Like I'm thinking in Wonka, Grandpa Joe.
Jack Albertson, y'all, Chico and the Man. Oh, 100%.
Take one for that and start dancing around the room. Like, I think you would.
Because it's so relaxing. You're going to climb in bed at 45 and just not get out until you get invited to a chocolate factory. That's what this is.
Like, there's just something in it that has, Charlie in there too and Grandpa Joe. Like, it's like both sides of the scent.
Yeah, a little bit of the youth of the cherry cola, a little bit of the age of the cedarwood, the apothecary scent.
It has that imagination and the fun side to it, Like, it's just a very, very nice soap, I gotta say.
Nobody does tonic bean like Sean. So, hey, buddy, thank you for sending out all of these awesome little surprises for us to enjoy. We really do appreciate it. And thank you for believing in our little show.
It means a lot. The more soaps that we get from each artisan, I feel like we get to know them in even more fun ways. And this one, really, I think has the MacDuff stamp of approval on it. Don't you think?
I think when we were little, Sean and I would have been friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it would have been done. I'm so glad to have our new Autumn Cabin Splash, our new Autumn Cabin's wax melts. We are clearly going to have some fun with that Christmas spray. Holidays are here thanks to MacDuff's.
Thanks for hooking us up, my friends. And give MacDuff a treat for us.
Please
we really mean
it. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.